Hello, welcome to Gammy's Gone Crazy. I'm going to do a quick little review of my vacation, my cruise, because I didn't take a lot of video and I just was busy, and I also ended up getting sick. So if you watched any of my little shorts, they were just a mismatch of stuff. But let's see. We left on April 6th from New York to New Jersey. And we got on the ship at around 2:30. Weather was cold. We had to wear jackets. So we got to our rooms and, we unpacked. I think I did do a video of my cabin I had. Not thrilled. Not thrilled with having an inside cabin. I really do like having a balcony, or at the very least, a window. But anyways, we went to dinner that night. Food in the main dining room on Oddesy of the Seas. Nothing spectacular. The food at the Windjammer, which all the Royal Caribbean ships have, which is a buffet, top notch. The food was delicious. Day 2 was a sea day, and we tried to make the best of it. We were out by the pool a little bit, but it was so windy that they ended up closing the top tier, so everybody was crowded in, and I might have done a little video of that. I don't remember. Not fun. Very rocky. Did not affect me at all, praise God. I never got sick. My daughter felt nauseous a couple of times, but not to the point that she had to throw up or take anything. She just felt a little nauseated. So we had breakfast and lunch and dinner. That's all you do is eat. My favorite thing to do. And then day 3, we landed in Florida, Cape Canaveral. And we had bought a day pass at the Hilton Beach Resort. Couldn't use their pool or anything. It was not a big deal. The weather was not great. Wasn't too hot. Cloudy. I'd say maybe low to mid 70s at best. We ate lunch there, and then we got back on our little tram or whatever and rode back to the ship at, I think, around 4. Went back to our rooms, cleaned up. Not a spectacular day. I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. I do not suggest this voyage. For me, I don't care for being on the ship 3 full days. I like really nice tropical resorts. Anyway, day 3 was okay. So then on day 4, we land in the Bahamas, and it's Coco Cay. It's their private island. It was supposed to rain the entire day. It did not rain the entire day, but it did shower off and on the entire day. The beach we went to, which was, I want to say Chill Island. They have little beaches around this whole island. We never looked around anywhere. We went right to this place. We had gotten a cabana and set up our cabana, and we hung out there the entire day. What was nice about that, why is my eye so red right here? What was nice about that was that we had our own little butler, and he brought us drinks and food and did everything for us. We didn't have to lift a finger. That was nice. Having the cabana was nice, so when it was showering, we could get out of the rain. The beach itself was very nice. The weather was what was the problem. The beach would have been fabulous, but the weather was not being kind to us. The next day after that, we are in Nassau, Bahamas, the main, the hub of Bahamas. Beautiful day. Finally, we have a beautiful day. We went to Pearl Island, so we took a little ferry over to Pearl Island, and we hung out at the beach the whole day, and that was very nice. That was probably the best day of the whole trip. The weather was perfect. The beach was perfect. We had a wonderful time. That day was a perfect day. I loved it. Backpedal on day Tuesday, so Sunday, Monday, on day 3, I start getting a scratchy throat, which always means I'm going to get sinus because it goes right from my throat to my med. Never, ever, never has it been in my lungs. Praise God. I've never had pneumonia, never had bronchitis, never had nothing in my lungs. Praise God. Anyway, so I started gargling salt water. I didn't have anything else on the ship, but I knew that it was just going to go downhill. And sure enough, every night the postnasal drip became so excessive I couldn't sleep. I was up all night spitting out stuff. It was awful. It was awful. It kind of put a damper on my whole trip, being all this crap. And then I had this cough because I was constantly clearing my throat. Gotta watch the time. I'm meeting a friend for lunch. So my sleep got really horrible, and I don't sleep well when I'm not home anyway, but it got worse with that. So Nassau was a beautiful day. Then we're on the ship for 2 days. 2 full days. Now the first day, so Friday, we're just leaving Nassau, so it's still sunny and hot, and that was a good day. We were able to go to the pool. Of course, everybody on the ship is doing the same thing. You have thousands of people, but we were able to go to the pool, and we were able to sunbathe and get some cocktails and, just enjoy the day. So that day was good too, okay? I would prefer to be on an island and not on a ship, but it is what it is. And then on Saturday, it was freezing because we were headed north. We were getting home to New York, and it was freezing. You couldn't even be outside. The wind was blowing so hard. The waves were whipping. The boat was rocking. It was just the day. Again, I never got sick with that, but my head, sinuses, and everything were at the worst. So we got off the ship on Sunday at Cape Liberty in New Jersey, and we drove the 4.5 hours home. We stopped at I think in Scranton, Pennsylvania, we stopped at Electric Aquarium. Fascinating place. That was very nice. My grandson, my 2.5-year-old grandson, was beside himself. He loved the place. And then we get home. So on Tuesday, after I got home, I went to urgent care. My doctor could not get me in right away, and I wasn't going to wait. I just want to make sure. I knew that I had an infection by this point because TMI, the drainage was very thick and green and disgusting. So, I went to urgent care. They gave me an antibiotic, amoxicillin, and today was my last day. I've been on it for a week. I can breathe. I don't have any more, but I still have clear postnasal drip. This is allergies. The pollen here in New York is just unmeasurable. So, to sum up my cruise, I've been on, this will be cruise number 4. My 3 first cruises were all Caribbean. St. Thomas, St. John, St. Kitts, you name it. I've been to all the islands. Loved them, loved them, loved them. I loved every morning getting up and you were at another island. And you get off and spend the day in the island, and then the next day you'd be in another island. And it was just, that's either that or just going to one place and staying there. That's my kind of trip. This Bahama trip, we took it because my daughter did not want to fly with her son. He's 2.5, and she just was not ready to start flying with him. She thinks she can do it now that she saw how well he did on the boat and how well he did in the car ride the whole way. But that's why we took this trip, because we could drive to New Jersey and embark there and be done with it. I would prefer to fly into Florida and get on the ship in Florida and be on my way. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry I didn't have more video. I was not feeling well and kind of busy and just not thinking about using, coming on and vlogging enough. I got quite the tan, as you can see. quite the tan, as you can see. Um, but that's enhanced with my tanning bed. I went on the tanning bed. I have my own tanning bed, and I did get on the tanning bed quite a bit before I left on the trip. So no burning or anything. Okay, love you all. I'll be back. A little short message to anyone who has made mention about me being a Trump fan. Don't watch me. Stop following me. Because I don't care. Okay? So stop leaving these little nasty messages. How do you sleep at night? I put my head on my pillow and praise God, babbling Biden isn't in office anymore. Okay? See you again soon, I hope.